Up YouTube? This is Lightning, aka Rich, back at you with another video. I know in my last haul video I said I was going to do one more haul video and then jump into maybe a couple of collection vids. But I'm going to wait on my next haul. I got a stack of books to show, not nothing spectacular, but I have a couple of big books coming in and I'm just going to wait to show those two books with the books I'm waiting with for my next haul. And this video, I know there's a tag going around showing your top 10 Batman books, but I was already planning on kind of doing a collection vid spotlighting Batman. So sorry about that, who started the tag, and I'm just going to basically show most of the key issues I picked up this year. And up until this year, I had not one Batman key. And I just promised myself, I had a long box of Batman books, all filler books, which I still love, but I promised myself I need to really go heavy this year on Batman. This is basically what this video is going to be about. It's going to be like a kind of year in review on Batman and all the keys I've picked up so far this year relating to Batman. And like I said, I've had a few PMs from some new YouTubers just getting into the hobby, and they kind of mentioned that they would like to see some kind of like collection type vid where I kind of spotlight a character and, you know, show what key issues, what storylines to look out for. So let's get this started. And of course, everybody knows what this is. Batman The Dark Knight Returns, story by Frank Miller. Definitely worth the pickup. The books are actually getting pretty pricey now as we speak. But you know, if you want a real good read, a real good Batman story, definitely can't go wrong with this. And the only bad thing is, I don't got the second and third part, but I did pick this one up this year. This is Batman: The Dark Knight Falls. This is part 4 of the story. Another great book to have, to own. You know, not that expensive. So new people into the hobby, this is a storyline definitely worth the pickup. And I'm trying to, you might be able to get it. I got this for like $7, believe it or not, but you might be able to pick these up between 10. I know they're going to cost between $10 to $15 each, but we're not that expensive. So, you know, new collectors into the hobby that want to get into Batman, definitely pick these books up. And one that is I think any Batman fan should own is Batman: The Killing Joke. And this is the story where, of course, Alan Moore, great writer, but not only that, just the fact that it was this is where Joker cripples Barbara Gordon. Just a great story, definitely worth the pickup. But this book will actually cost quite a bit. I mean, depending, like if you're just in it for the read, just go ahead and pick up. You know, there's a second and a third printing, I believe, you could get rather cheap. But if you want a first printing, and if you want it in high grade, which this one is, it's going to cost you. So it'll cost you around $50, because I actually got this one for $40, but that was a few months ago. You know how you wait on any comics, each and every month it seems like books just go up. So definitely any Batman fan out there, if you don't have it, this is definitely worth the pickup. I believe every Batman fan should have this in their collection. One I was real happy to get this year, and I'm glad I waited on it. But this is Vengeance of Bane #1. This is actually from one of my Craigslist success stories. But I got this for $20, and in high grade, you're looking at least $50 to $70. But like I said, you know, still a major appearance. Which I'm surprised the book's not worth more than what it is. To me, I just love Bane. You know, I know everybody's favorite Joker. Joker's my favorite villain, but at the same time, I had to put Bane at least in my top 3 Batman villains of all time. But definitely worth the pickup. If you find it at a decent price, definitely get it. You know, like I said, I think most of these books I show you, any Batman fan should pick up. I just went so heavy on Batman this year that, and what's so bad, I focus so much on Batman, it still feels like I'm just missing so much stuff. But in these next few books, they're Batman related. And this one is Tales of the Teen Titans 44. Of course, Nightwing. This is the first appearance of Nightwing and the origin of Deathstroke. Definitely worth the pickup. This book is actually starting to increase in value quite a bit. But like I said, still a Batman key nonetheless. Nightwing is part of Batman's universe. So definitely, if you find this, definitely pick it up. And of course, Joker #1, which I do need to start picking up the rest of the series. I think it's a 9-issue series. But like I said, Joker #1, this is another book that it took me a while to get because I know my local shops had it for like freaking 40, 50 bucks, and I ended up finding it at Frank & Sons actually for 10 bucks, and it's a really nice copy, so real happy to have it. And like I said, guys, I don't got any real stories involved in this video. It's just me reviewing what I've gotten this year, and I'm going to try to run through these books a little bit faster. And of course, this is one I've been kind of preaching about, but this is World's Finest #88, and this is the first or not the first appearance, this is the first team up of Lex Luthor and the Joker. This is the first time they've ever met in comics. So if you have a chance to get this, which I think they're reasonable on eBay, and I hate to say reasonable because I think it's still going to cost around a $40 book, depending on grade, but to me it's a real undervalued book, under the radar type book. This is the first time Superman's most iconic villain and Batman's most iconic villain met and teamed up. So definitely be on the lookout for this one, World's Finest #88. Get these out of the way. And the reason I decided to make this video today, let me just try to make this video a little bit more fun, but let me just pull this one out here. I don't know, me and James talk about a lot. We talk about our wives, the TV shows they watch. Is there any, just give me some input, leave me a comment below. I'm just going to get you guys involved in this. If you guys are married, live with your girlfriends or whatnot, is there shows that they watch that just drive you crazy? I would like to, if I'm the only, me and James are the only one that goes through it, because I was downstairs watching the Kardashians, and this other show my wife's into right now, man, it's like 4 women that are getting married, and they all go to each other's wedding, and they judge each other's wedding, and that's basically that's the basis of the show. And I was watching it, and I just couldn't take it anymore, so I came upstairs to make this video. Just let me know if you guys go through the same thing, and it's just, I don't know, just fun and games, but I'd like to know something cool. But like I said, any Batman fan out there, definitely get this one. This is Batman 497. I suggest getting the whole run of the Nightfall storyline. And they're relatively cheap. They mass produce these, but like I said, I still find these in a while for like $1, $2, $3 at most, and I find them all the time. But still worth. It's a really good read. And what I liked is I got this. I remember I got all these. Though I got the whole run. I'm not gonna show it, but I got the whole run for Christmas. My grandma got it for me when I was a young kid. Actually, when this first came out. And I remember staying up all night reading every one, and it's a real good read and something that you could pick up relatively cheap. Now, another storyline that I suggest anybody gets into, especially if you're new to Batman, I'll start off with Death in the Family Part 4. This is my favorite cover of the 4, of course. This is Batman 429. And this one, to me, is like probably the most iconic cover of the 4. This is Batman number 428, The Death of Robin, which is just a cool book. I mean, to this day, this cover is still kind of, it used to creep me out when I was younger, because I actually read this storyline when it came out, and this cover always scared the shit out of me. I don't know why. It just still kind of creeps me out today. But like I said, great storyline. 427, that's part 2 of the storyline. Never liked this cover though. Why it looks? I just don't like how he drew Batman and Robin here. They just look out of shape. But just, like I said, it's part of the storyline. And then Batman 426, part 1 of the storyline. And these are not that expensive. I mean, you could probably the eBay prices. I mean, I've seen them. You can buy the whole set for around 50 to 60 bucks. Probably in decent grade at that, but definitely if you don't want to pluck down money on the big heavy keys, definitely get these keys because they're still reasonable for now. But you know how comics are, you definitely don't want to wait too long because it seems like everything, especially with Batman, all his stuff goes up. And I'll always show these together, and I actually had these since I was a kid, but I noticed they got kind of popular for a while there. I noticed everybody was showing them in their videos. And it was weird because I actually went to a shop this past weekend. And this is a Batman 451 and Batman 450. No key to it, but it's just a simple fact that it's Joker on the cover. And like I said in past videos, if you get any books in the copper, late Bronze Age with Joker on it, it's worth the pickup. But like one of my local shops that I go to now, they had on the wall for 15 each. So definitely, you know, like I said, I think these are a couple of books that you would be able to stealth buy. You know, I mean, you could probably find these in the dollar bin. Actually, I've had a buddy last, I think like a couple weeks ago, went out and he found a few of these and he bought for $1 each. So like I said, don't plug the money down eBay. Go out and try to find it in the wild before you plug down the eBay prices. And of course, you have to show Batman 423, the iconic Todd McFarlane cover. Not that expensive. I think it has kind of gone up in price, but like I said, still you can still get this one relatively cheap. So definitely, you know, anything McFarlane does, it's worth the pickup. And plus, you know, Batman on top of it, can't go wrong. And this is a book that, and this is where it's probably going to start getting into the, well, some of the more pricier books, but like I said, this book took me a few months to get. Hell, probably like 4 to 5 months actually. And I just wasn't willing to pay the $80 to $100 for it, and I actually got a real good deal on it. And I won't go over price or whatever. I mean, if you've seen my past videos, you guys know how much I paid for most of these books. But got a real good deal, and this is a high grade copy. But Batman 386, first appearance of Black Mask. Really, really cool book, and this book has skyrocketed in price. And of course, love this cover. Batman 366. I believe it's the first Jason Todd is in his Robin costume. I can't really recall, but I believe that's what the key is. But definitely, this book. This is another book that's kind of slowly crept up in price as well. But I still think this is the type of book you could find for a relatively good price. But definitely worth the pickup. And any Batman key's worth the pickup. So definitely, just if these books are not that expensive. Once we start getting later on in the video, these are the books I'm going to show towards the end of the video. They're going to be the books that you would have to probably save up for, just like I did. And this is Batman 363, first appearance of Nocturna. Like I said, not a major villain. Pretty probably significant throughout the like 80s, but I mean, not too many people know about her. But like I said, I just believe this book has gone up just for the simple fact that it's a first appearance within a Batman book. So definitely worth the pickup. And I know you could find this book cheap. Try to avoid eBay. I mean, I think I've seen some sell on eBay for 10 to 15, but I think this is something you could easily find within a dollar bin or something. So definitely just give a shot in the wild. And a book that I was real excited as well to get, and this book is actually pretty pricey now. This is a Batman 357, first Jason Todd, first Killer Croc, and 2 major first appearances in one book. Can never go wrong. And like I said, this is a high grade copy, got a real good deal on it. Happy to have it. And oh man, this book took me a while to get as well. I just wasn't willing to, that's why I avoid eBay a lot of times. eBay is always kind of like my last resort to getting a book, but eventually found this and got a really good deal. Happy to have it. And that's Batman 357, Jason Todd, Killer Croc's first appearance. And here's some more minor first appearances. This is Batman 331, first appearance of Electrocutioner, another book that you could probably find for a couple of bucks. But like I said, any first appearance, guys, within a Batman book is definitely worth the pickup. And this is no key to it, I guess. This is Batman 321. And of course, as you can tell, it has a Joker on the cover. And this is another book that I think you could find with, in a dollar bin as well. I did actually find this in the dollar bin, and I've seen eBay prices between 10 and 15 bucks as well. Batman 318, first Firebug, first appearance. Batman 307, first appearance of Lucius Fox. Another cool book to have. Just this book I'm actually not happy with. If you could see in the B right there, and I've mentioned in my last video or a few videos back when I showed it, like someone got a pen and kind of just like dinged on it. So I'm definitely going to upgrade this book. And for me to and this book's not that expensive as it is, so it's not really going to hurt. And like I said, this book only cost me $1. And I'm going to show like this is just like cool cover. Something about this book I like, and it's a high grade copy as well. Neil Adams, Batman number 267. Nothing key to it. It's just one of my more favorite covers that Neil Adams did during the Batman run. And like I said, guys, I'm not showing everything. I got a huge run of Neil Adams Batmans now, but like I said, I'm showing like 50 books in this video, so I'm gonna try to kind of run through it, guys. And I always seem to show these together. This is a Batman 251 and Batman 244, and these are awesome books. Both these books are expensive. Now, this book I really don't understand why it's worth as much as it is. I know it's a pretty iconic cover. Of course, Neil Adams did it, but Neil Adams has so many iconic covers. But I've seen price of this book hit 100. So I mean, I don't know if you guys could actually stealth buy this or not. I know most definitely this book, there's no way you're going to find this for a real cheap price. And the importance of this book is, first, modern age Joker. And what it is when Joker during the 40s, maybe even into the early 50s, he was a serial killer. He was a psychopath. And the Comic Code Authority toned him down, told DC that they had to tone the character down. And this is basically when they brought him back to his roots. This is where Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil brought him back to being the serial killer psychopath that we know today. So that's the importance of this book. So if you do find it for a decent price, well worth the pickup. But like I said, this book is extremely expensive now. And of course, found this about a month ago. This is Batman 237, and this is another book that's super expensive, but I think it's something that you could find at a con or maybe a shop. I'm not saying super cheap, because I know eBay, this book could hit 100, and this is a high grade copy, and I think it's just due to the fact that it's a nice cover, because I don't think the fact that it's the first appearance of Reaper that makes it that expensive of a book, or maybe it's just a hard book to find. But this book, if you do find it for a reasonable price, definitely snatch it up, because this book has actually gone up quite a bit in value as well. And one that I'm just, this is a book that, probably one of the books I gotten all year that I'm just super excited. And I'm still, to this day when I look at it, still excited to have it. Can't believe it's in my collection. But of course, all you guys know what it is. It's Batman 232. First appearance of Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, whatever you want to call him. Beautiful, beautiful Neil Adams cover. Just look at the art. The way he drew Ra's in the background right there is just awesome. Just love this book. And this is actually a pretty decent grade. The only problem is that corner right there is blunted. But other than that, for the price I got, and I paid for this when me and James hit that Craigslist find and we sold all those books, I actually bought this book with some of that money, so I didn't have to come out of pocket. But super happy to have it. Batman 232, first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. I'm just going to show this because it's going to correlate with the next one. This is World's Finest 173, supposedly the first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face, but it's more or less, Harvey Dent's not in the book. It's more or less that Superman he dressed up like Two-Face, even got his mask. So I don't know if I would consider that his first Silver Age appearance. But just to play it safe, this book you could still get relatively cheap. It's still worth the pickup. But get this one, and then definitely get this one. Because I know CGC slab books state this is his first Silver Age appearance, even though it's in the Bronze Age. But whatever. But just like I said, definitely if you have a chance, get that one. World's Finest 173 and Batman 234. Definitely worth the pickup. But like I said, this book's going to be pretty pricey as well. And like I said, I got lucky. And I think I got on it at the right time. I was picking up a lot of these Batman books at the beginning of the year, and I know they've all of them have extremely gone up in price. But still worth the pickup if you have a chance to get it. And like I said, I understand a lot of guys, it takes time. Just be patient, guys. I know a lot of these books I'm showing, I'm not making it like it's easy to get. And I understand everybody has certain situations, but like I said, take your time, pick one at a time, get one. This has been like an all-year process for me so far. And this is Batman 222, and this book has the most sentimental value now for me, because this is the book I outran James to the ATM for. Just kidding, bud. But like I said, if you see this is Batman 222, beautiful Neil Adams, and the key to this is the fact that the Beatles are on the cover, which I don't understand why this book would be the price at where it is. And luckily I got it for $20. But like I said, it's hard to gauge this book on eBay. You're looking at, in this grade, this is a higher graded copy. I've seen them go as low as like 50, 60, all the way up to 100. So like I said, pick your poison, I guess. But like I said, be patient. If you can't find it in the wild, wait for books to show up in auction on eBay. That's the best way to do. Avoid the buy now. I know once in a while there might be a good deal, buy it now, but rarely, and they're usually overpriced. Wait for auction. I know a lot of books nowadays on eBay don't show up in auction, but just give it time, and eventually some do pop up. And that's how I avoid buy nows all the time on eBay. I just wait till they come up in auction. Batman 200, and I believe I showed this a while back, but I believe it's first Neil Adams on the Batman title. I believe someone told me that. I didn't do the research, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But like I said, I got it more or less because I do like the cover, and it's a 200th issue, so you know it's a milestone. So real happy to have this book as well. Uh-oh, my video is 20 minutes. Let me try to run through this. This is Batman 189. First Silver Age appearance of Scarecrow. Another book that's going to be pretty pricey. And luckily I got this at actually, I think like the second or third month of the year. I actually got this for $13 damn. So I don't know how I got it for that cheap. And the store sold it to me at that price. And it's actually a pretty nice copy. There's only one little issue with it really. Well, a couple. There's like a little nick there, and there's like a nick up here, but other than that, it's overall really good shape. And this is one of the first Batman keys I did buy. And this is Batman 181, and first appearance of Poison Ivy. And yeah, it's probably like a VG Plus copy, but at the time when I did buy it, it was $30, so I'm really not complaining. And like I said, guys, if you do buy this book and buy it on eBay, make sure it has the pinup inside, because I had a buddy that bought one recently, and it did not have the pinup. So basically, like I said, make sure it has the pinup. And well, I think a lot of them, I have this problem with this book. It has a subscription crease on the book. So, but like I said, I'm happy, and for the price I paid for it, really can't complain. And Batman 171, first Silver Age appearance of Riddler. Really nice cover. Really love this book. Definitely, any Batman fan, pick up all these books, man. I just went heavy this year on Batman. I'm still not done. I don't even think I'm close to being done with Batman. Batman 155, first Silver Age appearance of Penguin. Another great book to get. And this one's beat up, but this is the one my buddy James gave me. This is Lois Lane number 70, first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman. Definitely. I mean, this book's still relative. I mean, you could get a decent grade for a decent price still. So definitely, I think, to get a first Silver Age appearance of a major Batman villain and for a decent price, well worth the pickup. And I'm gonna show this just for this. It's more a Green Arrow key, but I just like the cover. Neil Adams, Batman's on the cover, but this is just the redesigned look for Green Arrow. But like I said, definitely find this one, pick it up, worth the pickup. And I know this book's hot right now. This is Brave and the Bold, number 200. This is the first appearance of the Outsiders, and more importantly right now, the first appearance of Katana, which is casted in the season 3 of Arrow. So can't wait for that show to come out. But definitely pick this book. I know what's so bad, I picked this up a couple months ago, or a month ago, a couple months ago, something like that, for like $2-3. And I know the last time I was at Frank & Sons, a couple of the vendors had this on their wall for $25 each. So definitely, if you find it, and I still think you could actually stealth buy this book. I'm going to show this one for the simple fact that I like the cover. This is Brave and the Bold 159, just for the fact that I like Ra's al Ghul on the cover. I like the wanted sign that Batman's holding. But it's another book that's actually kind of gone up in price. I don't know why, just maybe because of the cover, but definitely another book, that belongs to anybody's Batman collection. And a book that I think is highly underrated, undervalued. This is a Brave and the Bold 59. This is the start of Batman in the Brave and the Bold series. Up until then, the Brave and the Bold series was struggling, so they decided to put Batman within it, and that's when the team-up started beginning to help sales of this comic book. So this is Brave and the Bold 59 is where Batman begins within the Brave and the Bold series. So definitely pick this up. This is a book that you can get probably still relatively cheap, and it's to me, a real key issue. In Batman Family, number 6, first appearance of Joker's daughter. glad to have this. Got a real great deal. I got this actually at the Claremont Packing House when they had their little mini con. I got this for $12. And it's probably like a 6.0. But like I said, still happy to have it. Didn't cost me much. Like I said, guys, you know, I try to get every key, so there's certain times I have to sacrifice grade. And this is a Detective Comics 583. First appearance of Ventriloquist and Scarecrow. So definitely, you know, this is another book that you can get still relatively cheap. But like I said, you know, first appearance of a Batman villain, never can go wrong with that. Another Joker cover. Batman 532. Like I said, all these Joker covers, man, they're probably like $10, $15 books. So, but these are the type of books I think you can still stealth buy. Detective Comics 510. First modern age Mad Hatter. Still, you know, this is another book that I believe you could still, you know, get relatively cheap. I don't know what the prices on eBay are going for this book, but like I said, I think it's, you know, probably like a $5, $10 book. No big deal, but like I said, nonetheless, still a key issue. Detective Comics 478, first appearance of the third Clayface, I believe, Preston Payne. So definitely another key issue. Not that expensive. Like I said, new collectors into the hobby, definitely start with these type of books, and then work your way to the big ones. But these ones you could get relatively cheap still. Detective Comics 474, first appearance of the modern age Deadshot. This book has gone up quite a bit as well, but I still think it's, I mean, you can still probably pick one up between 20 and 30 bucks. Not super expensive yet, but it's starting to garner some attention. Detective Comics 471, first modern age Hugo Strange. And I've seen this at Frankensons, man. They had two vendors have this for 40 bucks. I'm going to tell you guys right now. And this is a pretty high grade copy. Do not pay 40 bucks for this. I believe you can still find this in the wild. I actually think you could get on eBay a lot cheaper than that, or what Frankensons is asking for. But definitely don't pay that high for this book. But key nonetheless. Detective Comics 469, first appearance of Dr. Phosphorus, and I think more importantly, first appearance of Rupert Thorne. I just believe, you know, a character like that, like the mob type characters, want to make appearances in that Gotham show. So definitely, I know a lot of people that did show this just mentioned it was Dr. Phosphorus' first appearance, but Rupert Thorne's first appearance is in this book, so it's definitely worth the pickup. And these are probably going to get into the more pricier of the books. This is a Detective Comics 405. This is a first appearance of League of Assassins. Definitely worth the pickup, guys. Anything, and this is a beautiful Neil Adams cover. Look at it, it's just beautiful. Detective Comics 400. First appearance of Man-Bat, and this, like I said, these are books maybe for new collectors you wait on, or not, you know, take your time with, because all these books can be pretty pricey. Like I said, get a lot of those little keys out of the way first, and then just see if you want to continue with the Batman, because I'm gonna tell you, man, Batman seems like it's like just an ongoing adventure, dude, just to get all his keys. Batman 395. The key to this is the start of the Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil run. So definitely worth a pickup. They actually made a Millennium Edition book to this. So if you don't want to pluck down the money for it, there's actually a Millennium Edition. So you can buy that relatively cheap if you want to read it. Detective Comics 373. This is basically, okay, Batman 121. That's the first appearance of Mr. Zero. And this is where Mr. Zero becomes Mr. Freeze. So Detective Comics 373, and I do want Batman 121. There's a few keys I am missing. I need Batman 121, Tech 411. You know, those are the big ones. And I do want a Batman Adventures 12, but there's no way in hell I'm plucking the money down for that book right now. Hopefully it calms down and I could eventually get one for a decent price. And this is one of the books that probably excited me the most this year. This is Tech 359. We all know what it is. First appearance of Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. Real happy to have it. This book's pretty pricey, but like I said, I took my time with it and actually got a pretty decent graded copy at a decent price. I would say this is probably, I would give it around maybe like a 6.5 copy, and I paid $100 for it, 120 bucks. So real happy to have it. And this is one of the first books I found this year at Frankensons when I started really just hunting heavily. This is Detective Comics 298, first Silver Age Clayface. real happy to have it. And this book, I got this book for $6. I still remember it because I remember calling James and he got all pissed when I found it. I mean, it's like a VG Plus copy, but like for $6, definitely can't go wrong. And that'll do it for my video, guys. Appreciate everything, and yeah, I hope this helped the new collectors out there. And for my next, I'll do a video, and like I said, I do videos every 2 weeks. My next video will be a haul video. I'm just waiting on some books. So like I said, thanks guys, and happy hunting.